From News 19, I'm meteorologist Daniel Bonds. This is what we know for next week. Cold temperatures are likely. We'll even say very cold temperatures next week. What's still possible and something we'll continue to kind of track over the next few days, the chance for precipitation and what types if we were to get some type of precipitation. We'll say the global models, in particular the European and American forecast models, have been flip-flopping over the past few days. Once we get to about Sunday, that'll be the range our high resolution models will be in place. So that'll give us a better idea of what we may or may not see. But what we're pretty certain of, it is going to be very cold. Matter of fact, we'll call it frigid. January 22nd through January 26th. That's our 6 to 10 day outlook. Matter of fact, this is our flannel forecast for Tuesday morning. This will possibly be the first day of a few days we could drop into the teens. As of right now, Tuesday morning, we're shooting for a low of 19 degrees in the capital city, low 20s from Sumter down to St. Matthews and Orangeburg. So this is something you do want to be prepared for, the very cold conditions. So next week in particular, check on those people that may not be able to help themselves, protect your pets, pipes, plants, and practice fire and heating safety. It may be a good time to kind of winterize your home and do some checks for some of these things. Install and test smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. You also want to caulk in weather strip doors and windows and insulate exposed pipes. I think I'm going to do that this weekend because it is going to be so cold next week. Now the question is, do we get any precipitation? Where does the low go? And that's going to be the big thing we'll be watching as it moves generally towards the north and maybe towards the northeast. A lot of different scenarios for next week. Again, we'll be tracking this all weekend long. So long range forecasting, especially when it comes to wintry weather, can be a bit tricky. There are many paths to the forecast, but each step depends on the path beforehand. Despite all the possibilities, a model only gives you one solution. So it's only showing you one solution, and it's really only showing you a snapshot of that one solution. But the closer we get to next week, we'll get a better understanding of what we may or may not see. Here are some of the rules for snow in South Carolina. The first one, probably you know by now, it is very difficult for it to snow in South Carolina. Don't trust snow maps 3 and more days out. Computer model storms are pretty common. What happened last Friday to a lot of places, the sleet kind of ruined everything, and a few miles did make a huge difference. Some areas got a little bit of snow and other areas didn't. And as always, you follow trustworthy and reliable weather sources. That TikTok forecast isn't always very reliable. But I will say this, from the Weather Prediction Center, they're reliable. They're indicating the odds of having at least some type of wintry weather across the southeast increasing for Tuesday and into Wednesday. So again, the odds appear to be increasing just a little bit. Here is the GFS model, and I have to emphasize, not an official forecast, but this is what the GFS or the American model is showing that chance for some wintry precipitation across South Carolina the 21st into the 22nd. European model showing kind of that same thing, but it's showing it a little bit more towards the coastal region of South Carolina, maybe even to parts of Georgia, South Georgia, even into Florida. Something to watch as well. Again, let me emphasize, not an official forecast. Here is a forecast that you can kind of depend on. Clouds will increase tonight. There's going to be a pretty good chance for showers tomorrow morning. By the time we get to tomorrow afternoon, most of the rain is out of here, although a lingering shower can't totally be ruled out. And then we can't rule out a little bit of rain on Sunday as that colder air does spill in late in the day on Sunday and into Monday. Monday, you'll notice the difference in those temperatures, so it is going to be unseasonably cold. A closer look at South Carolina as those clouds will increase tonight. Saturday morning, there will be that chance for rain. Pretty good chance for rain as well. That's 4 o'clock as we go into the mid-morning hours. That's 9 o'clock, more showers spread across parts of the Midlands and the Palmetto State. Noon, most of the rain is out of here, although a lingering shower will be possible. And then as we go into Sunday, once again, can't rule out some rain as that cold front does move through. It will be turning a lot colder. Temperatures yesterday were in the mid to upper 50s, pretty close to average. We haven't had any measurable rainfall since Saturday when we picked up 4/100ths of an inch. Our records will be safe. 79 is the record high, 9 degrees. That was set 48 years ago in 1977. We got a trace of snow in 2018. Precipitation over the next 7 days, we'll say a tenth to a quarter to a half. The farther you go towards the south, the precipitation chances do increase. I say precipitation because it could be in the form of a lot of different things at this point. Kind of talked about that earlier. Highs later today in the mid to upper 50s. Some of us could touch 60 degrees. We'll be in that same temperature range, it looks like, for tomorrow as well, with that rain, especially tomorrow morning. Rain Sunday at least will be possible. Jumping ahead towards the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. Highs in the mid 30s. Mid 30s Tuesday, Wednesday. At this point, we're going to say a chance for showers Tuesday and into Wednesday. Check out those highs, mid 30s, with lows dropping down into the teens. So it is going to be very cold next week. Lake forecast, a little bit wet. Obviously tomorrow, can't rule out some rain on Sunday as well. The beach forecast expecting rain tomorrow with a few clouds on Sunday. Temperatures over the weekend a little bit warmer down towards Hilton Head, where they're expecting low 60s on Sunday. You can follow me on these social media outlets. We'll be updating this all weekend long as we continue to track that potential winter storm for the southeast.